Okay, so picture this, Sam. We're diving into the world of Jasper Kwan, right? And his universe is basically an 8 by 10 shoebox, just absolutely colonized by junk code and like a fossil record of empty monster cans.
Oh, already I'm feeling that vibe. Like the programmer's lair, but like next level. A shoebox. Wow.
Totally. Blue light, from these 3 mismatched monitors, just like cutting across his face, highlighting every patch of stubble, every crater of acne that's, survived into adulthood. And get this, every flat surface, it's a graveyard of takeout boxes. Some are like months old, all in varying states of just surrender to entropy.
The smell alone. I can almost like smell the thermal paste and old ramen. It sounds incredibly lived in, but like not in a good way?
Exactly. The air's thick with it. Thermal paste, ramen, the old carpet's mildewed resignation. But here's the kicker. The only things in order are his computers. 6 of them, Sam, at last count. All built from parts, scavenged from trash bins, closed auctions, or occasionally a less observant classmate's unattended rig. He loves them, like with this jealous possessiveness of a maniacal emperor.
Okay, so he's a tech wizard, but like a very specific kind of tech wizard, a scavenge and build kind of guy. I'm intrigued. So what's he actually doing in this digital shoebox?
Well, tonight, like every night, he's supposed to be sleeping, but insomnia and a backlog of paranoia won't let that happen. He's hunched over the main workstation, eyes bouncing between a dark web forum and a command line window that's brute forcing its way through last year's NCES authentication protocols. The fan from his main tower, it whines like a mosquito in heat, and the desk just vibrates with it.
The smell alone. I can almost like smell the thermal paste and old ramen. It sounds incredibly lived in, but like not in a good way?
So he's in this zone, right? And then a flicker on the second screen, a new post. Jasper's pulse, it just stutters. He clicks without thinking, scan reading these gibberish-dense thread titles, and then his eyes snag on a phrase, Sam, that shouldn't exist outside of like a conspiracy theory.
Oh man, what was it? This sounds ominous. Like, the kind of thing you read and instantly regret clicking.
It was seeking partners for high-yield emotional capture, focusing on student debt portfolios, contact with PGK handshake, will pay in verified artifact tokens, encrypted reply. He inhales like through his nose, mouth clamped shut to hold in this weird little laugh. He rereads it and it says, the study focuses on emotional yield metrics. We are engaged in student debt harvesting. I mean, that's a level of like deranged specificity he'd never seen, even among the desperate crypto bros haunting these boards,
Emotional capture? Student debt harvesting? Okay, that's a whole new level of messed up. So it's not just like collecting money, it's collecting emotions? And like, how recent was this?
10 minutes ago, yeah. So he's hovering over the message, about to scroll past. This voice in his head is like, dude, it's a honeypot, a Fed trap, a prank. But the numbers in the post header, they do something to his neurons. And his curiosity is a stronger drug than caution. He copies the entire encrypted payload to his local drive and starts this handshake sequence, a slow, recursive loop designed to weed out script kiddies and casual perverts. And Sam, the message fights back. Nested encoding, dummy files, logic bombs. Jasper's lip just curls. This is real. So Jasper's muttering under his breath, right? He's like, AES-256, likely with a fuckload of salt. Now that's not, maybe elliptic curve? He sets a password cracker running in the background and shifts to hand deciphering the header. The room, it's papered over with blackout cloth, successfully filtering out the outside world. Here, the only seasons are inside the screens. Exploit forums, social feeds, dark code audits.
Oh, so he's totally isolated, like a hermit in his digital cave. And he's got this message that's fighting back, which tells him it's serious. What does he find once he starts breaking it down?
Exactly. His chair creaks as he leans forward, the springs almost rebelling. And on the monitor, these blocks of static, they resolve into an interface. It's a drag-and-drop emotional metric dashboard. I mean, the UI is so blandly corporate, it could have been lifted from a Wells Fargo demo. It's spitting out spreadsheets dense with numbers, negative emotional offsets, yield spikes, measured in something called denarii EC, rolling averages, portfolio IDs, cross-referenced with university bursar databases. Sam, he feels his scalp tighten. This isn't just phishing. This is an actual dashboard for harvesting human misery at scale.
Oh my God, that's horrifying. So denarii EC is like a unit of despair, and they're linking it to actual student debt. That's next level evil.
Totally. He laughs, for real this time. This quick, explosive ha that bounces off the empty walls and even startles him. He glances over his shoulder, suddenly convinced the shadows behind the server racks are moving. But it's just the fan, spinning a tangle of old Ethernet cables. He pops another monster, chugs it, wipes his mouth with a DEF CON shirt sleeve. Caffeine hits him, goose flesh. He minimizes the dashboard and opens a fresh terminal, muttering, "Okay, so let's just see how deep this particular rabbit hole goes." So Jasper's script is running, right? He's like trying to sample every link, every transaction, every login artifact in the network segment. And it's returning pages of hashes, IPs, and wallet addresses. Some are local, a few bounce off satellites. But then, Sam, one of them, it's traceable to a university server rack less than 2 miles from his crappy apartment. He feels his heart just lurch. He whispers, "No way! No fucking way!"
Whoa, that's a bit too close to home, literally. So this Debt Keeper Consortium is like operating from his own backyard? That's terrifying, but also kind of compelling, What happens next? Does he try to pinpoint it?
He's about to dig deeper, and then his screen flickers. The encrypted forum message pops up again, but this time there's a line appended in plain text. "We're always watching, Jasper." He just yanks his hands back from the keyboard, like the machine has bitten him. Static bleeds into his vision, blood pounds in his temples. For a second, his mind makes a perfect copy of every late-night horror movie he's ever seen, and he's certain if he looks behind him, there will be something there, something watching.
Oh my God, Alex, that's a direct threat, and they know his name. That completely changes the game. It's not just some abstract hacking challenge anymore, is it? It's personal.
Absolutely. He forces his breathing back to baseline. Shit, he mutters. Then, okay, focus. Come on, that's just social engineering. They lifted my username off a public GitHub commit. Script, not a stalker. But he checks the lock on the door anyway, Wipes his hands on his pants. His palms are slick. His phone's dead, cannibalized for an Arduino project. It's 3:48 a.m. Only creatures awake are him, the bots, and whoever runs the Debt Keeper Consortium. He's grinning now, Sam. Hungry, a little feral. The kind of smile that only comes out when a puzzle presents itself. He growls, "Let's see if you bleed." So Jasper's in the zone now, right? Body fades, mind becomes pure algorithm. Fingers dance, windows balloon and die, strings and ciphers fall. He's attacking the message with everything he has, only pausing to hiss with annoyance when the encryption stymies him. Like, "God damn it, this block is, no, you don't get to hide, you little fucker." And on the screen, the payload, Sam, it slowly decrypts.
That's intense. You can almost feel his focus. So what does he find once he finally cracks it? What's inside that payload?
At first, just random bytes, but then a pattern emerges. Embedded images, redacted government seals, and so much text about capture protocols, biometric leverage, and, over and over, that phrase, emotional energy extraction. Sam, it's not sci-fi. It's an operation manual, annotated and version controlled. He doesn't notice the sun rising or the neighbor's dog barking. He doesn't notice his stomach or the ache in his wrists. All that exists is the feed, the data, the whisper of the fans, and the pulse of his own adrenaline. It's all real, and he's inside it.
Emotional energy extraction? That's a chilling phrase. So this isn't just about collecting money. It's about, profiting off people's actual feelings. The despair from debt. That's truly diabolical.
Absolutely. His vision blurs as he scrolls faster and faster, desperate to reach the end of the file before the next wave of paranoia hits. He half expects the monitors to shut themselves off or the power to fail. But the only thing that fails, really, is his self-preservation instinct. Jasper Kwan, Sam, is hooked. Whatever the Debt Keepers wanted, whatever the hell they were doing, he was going to find out, even if it killed him. And by the next evening, he's a ruin. So Jasper, 4 hours have vanished since his last bathroom break. He's running entirely on sugar, synthetic adrenaline, and whatever black magic keeps grad students alive during finals. His eyes look like they've been rubbed with sandpaper, every blood vessel screaming. Code just streams endlessly in the blue glow, reflected like shattered glass in his pupils. He'd tunneled his way past 3 separate firewall arrays, scraping credentials from forgotten help desk logs and backdoored into the NCAS internal dev server. The admin panel should have been off limits, but Jasper, he sees security as just another form of polite suggestion.
Oh, I get it. Security is just like a challenge for him. It's not a no, it's a try harder. So he's really going for it now, despite being completely strung out.
Exactly. He's muttering again, don't patch that, you fucks. No, just leave it open. Perfect. Thank you. His voice breaks into giggles, then hiccups. His hands are shaking so hard he misses the home row, deletes a line. He's like, "Focus, Kwan, focus." He drains another monster, chokes, coughs, then gulps from a half-empty water bottle that tastes faintly of iron and dust. His phone's dead. No one calls him anymore. He's deep in the kill zone. The world outside just, fades from purple to black, then back to dull gray, marking time he ignores.
Wow, he's totally lost in it. And this deep dive, does it bring up any old, memories for him? Things that might have, set him on this path?
Oh, absolutely it does. He cracks the second layer of the government file around 6 a.m. Not that he checked. And that's when the memory hits him, unbidden, a full-screen flashback that almost derails his script. He's in the basement of the computer science building, junior year, hunched over the terminal in his favorite lab. He'd found an exploit by accident, a poorly sanitized API endpoint, and it led straight to the chancellor's secure files. And what he found there, Sam, made him vomit. So, Jasper's flashback, he found a data pipeline for student financial profiles with psychological overlays and a side channel into an analytics engine labeled NCES Predictive Loss Prevention. There were variables, Sam, for emotional compliance, despair index, and get this, his favorite, extraction readiness. I mean, can you believe that?
Extraction readiness? That's just chilling. Like, they've been doing this for a long time then, if he saw something similar back in college. So what happened when he found that out then?
Well, Jasper tried to report it. He'd posted logs, anonymized reports, even screenshots to every bug bounty forum and InfoSec subreddit he trusted. And within a week, his campus account was disabled, and campus security let themselves into his dorm at 3 a.m. The next day, he was voluntarily withdrawn from the university. He hasn't been back since. So the flashback fades as the script finally lands on a target file, DKC Operations Master. His pulse triples. He leans in, scanning the header. It's so heavily redacted, it looks like a crossword, but the file path tells the story. Projects, consortium, debt keeper, protocols, emotional harvesting.
Oh my God. So this isn't just a new thing. He found evidence of it years ago, got kicked out for it, and now he's found like the actual master plan for it. That's quite a full circle. So the master file, what does it reveal?
He swallows. His mouth tastes like burnt plastic. The document is locked behind another encryption layer. He tries the usual suspects, passwords, common hashes, but the response time seems incorrect, almost organic. He whispers, "That's not right. That's not right at all." He stares at the cursor, and it blinks back, smug. He runs a dump of the file's metadata, looking for clues, and there it is, a single unredacted comment buried in the EXIF data. It reads, "Concordia's promise." He almost laughs again, but his chest feels tight. Instead, he types it in as the unlock code. The file opens instantly. So, Sam, Jasper just stares at the contents of the file, unable to blink. The first page is a flowchart labeled Emotion to Asset Conversion, with this neat set of arrows from despair event to yield generation to derivative packaging. The rest are screenshots, real, unedited screenshots of debt management dashboards and student harvesting event logs, all labeled with the consortium logo. There are email chains, contracts, lists of university clients, and page after page of raw numbers. How much emotional energy each student's despair was worth, calculated to 6 decimal places.
6 decimal places? Oh my God, that's so clinical. Emotion to asset conversion. That's like, the most dystopian thing I've ever heard. It's not just a theory anymore. It's a full-blown operation with, university clients.
Totally. His head spins. He puts a hand to his forehead, tries to steady himself, and only succeeds in smearing sweat and ramen grease across his brow. He reads the last page, which is just a single sentence. Knowledge has always demanded sacrifice. He'd seen enough. He pushes his chair back, stands up, and promptly sits back down, legs gone to rubber. His hands flutter like dying moths over the keyboard. His mouth moves, but no sound comes out for a few seconds. Then, finally, holy shit, it's real.
Wow. I mean, that's the point of no return for him, isn't it? He's like truly understood the depth of what he stumbled into. And that last sentence, knowledge has always demanded sacrifice, that feels like a direct message almost.
It really does. He lets the words just hang there in the fetid, humming silence. His heart hammers in his chest. The cursor on the screen keeps blinking, patient and eternal. Jasper Kwan, Sam, had found what he was looking for, and in doing so, he demolished his last illusion about how the world worked. He can't just, sit with this information, you know? He needs to tell someone. So the aftershocks hit Jasper harder than the discovery itself. He can't sit, he paces from the windowless wall to the sagging mattress and back, rubbing his hands through hair so greasy it shines under the monitors. Each step leaves new sweat prints on his cargo shorts. The air is just thick and humid from too many hours and too little circulation. He keeps glancing at his phone, hoping it'll ring, buzz, or do anything other than glare at him with its blank, useless screen.
He needs to offload this. It's too much to keep to himself. Who does he even know that he could trust with something this massive and terrifying?
Exactly. He needs to tell someone. And the idea claws at him with increasing urgency. Amara Stavros. But every time he sits down to compose the message, his brain just ties itself in knots. He remembers the last time he'd spoken to her. Second semester, database structures. She'd sit 2 rows up, always early, hair pulled back in a no-nonsense bun. He'd recognize the look. Predator, not prey. Even then, he'd felt like he was one clever phrase away from impressing her, or one misstep from social annihilation.
Amara Stavros. Okay, so like a sharp, no-nonsense type? Why her specifically? Was there something she was working on that would make her understand this?
Well, he'd tried to talk to her once. After a guest lecture, he caught her by the elevator. He blurted out, I really liked your comment on the transactional model. She looked at him for half a second, then replied, yeah, it's almost as if the data wants to be free, but there's always a hidden fee. He laughed, too loud, too abrupt, then panicked, said something about scholarship capitalism. She gave a polite, non-committal nod, then got in the elevator, leaving him to stew in the fumes of his awkwardness. Now he's sweating through a clean shirt just thinking about it. So Jasper forces himself to sit at the desk. His fingers hover over the keyboard, but every message he drafts just comes out sounding either unhinged or like spam. I mean, here's his first draft, Sam. Hi, Amara. It's Jasper from DB Structures. I found something you need to see. A possible risk, student loan stuff. It's not safe to talk here. Encrypted, DM me ASAP. And he deletes it. Too vague, too desperate.
Yeah, I mean, that's not exactly going to inspire confidence. It sounds like a phishing scam itself. So he tries again?
He does. Draft 2. Ms. Stavros, apologies for cold contact. Have urgent information re the consortium and current student debt manipulation. Please confirm a secure channel for further comms. And he's like, no, she'd think I was trying to sell her Bitcoin. He's really struggling, The pressure's intense.
Right, because he's got this world-ending information, but he's got to present it in a way that someone will actually take him seriously. And his history with the university doesn't help. What was draft 3?
Draft 3. Could you recall the research project you conducted on predatory lending? There's something huge happening with the Debt Keeper group. I have evidence, real evidence. Let me know if you want to see it. This is not a joke. He sits back, rereads it, then immediately starts hacking it apart, one word at a time. His hands tremble, leaving stuttered keystrokes and accidental line breaks all over the draft. He groans and slams his palms on the desk. The machines just vibrate in sympathy. So, Jasper takes a deep breath, trying again. The words flow, messy but undeniably real. Amara, it's Jasper. You absolutely need to see what I found. The Debt Keeper Consortium isn't just some back-alley loan shark cartel. They're running a full-scale emotional energy siphon, and I can unequivocally prove it. Your name actually came up in some of their logs. I genuinely think they're targeting you. We need to talk soon. They're definitely watching. Jay. He hovers there, Sam, over that send button for a solid, agonizing minute. The cursor just blinks, waiting, smug as it always is.
Oh man, Alex, that's incredibly direct. And the "your name came up" part is brilliant. It truly personalizes it for her, giving her a tangible, immediate reason to believe him, or at the very least, to investigate this serious claim. But what if she just completely blows him off after all his immense effort?
Exactly. The fear is palpable, Sam. What if she just laughed this entire thing off? What if she instantly blocked him, thinking he was a deranged stalker? He pictures her face, clear as day, the way her jaw would set with a determined resolve. He whispers, "Fuck it," with this desperate resolve, and he presses send. The message, Sam, it just vanishes, silently, into the vast digital ether. The utter finality of that action is like a physical punch to his gut. But it's irrevocably done. There is simply no going back.
Wow. So he's truly and utterly committed now, isn't he? It's out there, this massive, dangerous secret. He's not only exposed himself to incredible risk, but perhaps her too, by bringing her name into it. But, I mean, if everything he's discovered is truly real, then someone, somewhere, absolutely had to do this. That's an incredibly intense and lonely position to be in.
Absolutely, Sam. Jasper just lets his head fall heavily to the desk, utterly exhausted. The relentless whir of the fans, now sounding like a strange, almost macabre lullaby he feels he didn't truly deserve. For the very first time in what feels like an eternity, in days, he finally lets himself close his eyes. He knows deep down, with a chilling certainty, that it'll all blow up soon enough, one way or another.